What if the key to happiness isn't in finding it, but in doing something completely different? In this story, we'll uncover a powerful lesson from Buddha that teaches us to stop chasing happiness and find peace in a surprising way. Follow along with the story of Arun, a young man whose journey will show us a new path to true contentment. Arun was a young man known for his restless spirit. He had traveled far and wide, seeking happiness in every corner of the world. He'd tried everything: luxury, adventure, love and success, yet happiness always slipped through his fingers like sand. Every time he thought he'd found it, it seemed to vanish, leaving him emptier than before. One evening, after returning from yet another fruitless journey, he heard of a wise monk named Master Tenzin, known for his deep peace and contentment. People said that anyone who sat in Master Tenzin's presence could feel an unshakable calm. Arun, desperate and exhausted, decided to visit him. When he arrived at the temple, nestled high on a mountain, he found Master Tenzin seated in meditation, a gentle smile on his face, as if he carried the world's deepest secret. Arun couldn't wait any longer. He approached the master directly. "Master Tenzin," he said earnestly, "I have spent years chasing happiness. I have sought it in wealth, in relationships, in success, and even in solitude. But the more I chase it, the more it eludes me. Please, can you tell me the secret to finding happiness?" Master Tenzin opened his eyes slowly, his gaze calm yet penetrating. He motioned for Arun to sit beside him. "Arun," he began softly, "you say you have been chasing happiness, but tell me, where do you believe happiness resides?" Arun hesitated, confused. I don't know, Master. I thought I'd find it in reaching my goals or in the love of others. But the moment I achieve something or receive praise, the happiness disappears." The master nodded, as if he had heard these words 1,000 times. "Ah, yes," he said with a smile. "The more you chase it, the further it runs from you. But you are chasing happiness outside yourself, like a butterfly in a garden. And every time you get close, it flits away, doesn't it?" Arun nodded, feeling a pang of frustration mixed with hope. "But Master, if happiness isn't in any of these things, where is it? How can I find it?" Master Tenzin gestured to a cup of tea beside him and poured Arun a fresh cup. "Arun, let me share a story with you. In a nearby village, there once lived a man named Haru. Haru, like you, was obsessed with finding happiness. He believed he would only be happy if he were wealthy, so he spent years amassing riches. But each time he reached a new milestone, he felt emptier than before." Arun sipped his tea, the warmth of it spreading through him as he listened closely. One day, after years of chasing wealth and finding himself lonelier than ever, Haru went to an old monk for advice, Master Tenzin continued. The monk listened quietly, as Haru listed all his achievements and how none of them had brought him happiness. Then the monk took Haru to a pond. The water was calm, clear, and perfectly still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. "What did the monk tell him?" Arun asked, eager for an answer. The monk handed Haru a small stone and instructed him to drop it into the water. Haru did as he was told, and the stone created ripples that spread out across the pond. The monk then asked, "What do you see, Haru?" Haru looked at the water and said, "I see the sky's reflection broken up by the ripples." Arun tilted his head, intrigued. "So what did the monk mean by that?" Master Tenzin placed his cup down, his gaze thoughtful. The monk then explained that the pond was like Haru's mind. When he was chasing happiness, his thoughts and desires were like the stone, causing ripples that disturbed the natural clarity of the water. But when the mind is calm, free of grasping and longing, it becomes like a still pond, naturally reflecting the beauty around it. Arun felt a shiver of recognition, but he still had questions. "So you're saying I need to calm my mind, to stop desiring happiness altogether?" Master Tenzin smiled. "Yes, but it's more than that, Arun. It's about embracing contentment in each moment without trying to grasp or chase. Happiness is like the reflection in a calm pond. It appears when the mind is at peace, free from desire and judgment. The one thing you need to know is this: happiness is the natural byproduct of inner peace. When you stop chasing, it will come." "But how do I cultivate this peace?" Arun asked, his voice barely a whisper. Master Tenzin gestured to the surrounding temple. Begin by noticing the present moment. Every time you catch yourself chasing a thought, a goal, or an emotion, pause. Observe it without judgment, like watching clouds pass in the sky. Over time, you will find that the need to chase happiness fades, and in its place arises a quiet joy, a contentment that no external achievement can provide. Aaron closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. For the first time, he began to feel a glimmer of what Master Tenzin was talking about. A soft, gentle feeling of contentment with just being there, in the moment, without needing to be anywhere else or achieve anything more. When he opened his eyes, Master Tenzin was watching him with a knowing smile. "Remember, Aaron," he said gently, "happiness is not a destination, but a state of being. As you let go of your attachment to outcomes, your heart will become like the still pond, naturally peaceful, naturally content." Aaron felt tears prickling his eyes, a mixture of relief and gratitude filling his heart. He realized that his endless pursuit of happiness had been blinding him to the beauty and peace already within him. For the first time, he felt the weight of his desires lifting, leaving behind a stillness he had never known. Before he left the temple, Master Tenzin offered Aaron one last piece of advice. Practice this each day, and remember that peace is found in acceptance, not in the endless pursuit of pleasure or success. Happiness will find you when you are still, as naturally as the pond reflects the sky. As Aaron descended the mountain, he carried with him a newfound understanding. Each step he took, he breathed in the present moment, letting go of his need to chase something more, and with every exhale, he felt lighter, as if each step was taking him closer to the happiness he had unknowingly carried all along. And so the journey to happiness was no longer a chase. It was a return to himself. So ask yourself, what are you chasing? Perhaps like Aaron, the happiness you seek is already within you, waiting for the stillness of your mind to let it surface. Instead of chasing happiness, try embracing the present, letting go, and see how inner peace can transform into a lasting, quiet joy.